Good evening, everybody.
Good
You
evening,
can say
everybody.
hello. There you go. I didn't get a hello from that guy. There you go.
Notice is hereby given that the zoning board of appeals
Yeah.
of the town of Islip will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, March 14, 2023, on the following applications at the times listed or as soon thereafter as they may be reached. At such time, all interested parties will be given an opportunity to be heard. Application number 172-23, Kaven Henry. Permission to establish two-family use only pursuant to Islip Town Code Section 68-419.1. Residence B District, northwest corner of Hancock Road and North Madison Avenue, West Islip.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good evening, sir. If you could please state your name and address for this stenographer.
Yes, Kevin Henry, 36 Hancock Road, West Islip.
Find out.
I'm s-
Oh,
We just
Mary.
realized that. We just realized.
I know. It's not the first time she's a few minutes late.
well, why don't we do this?
What are you
There's
waiting
no,
for?
this isn't
Tasha's
controversial.
not coming. I know that for a
Oh,
fact.
really?
No, she's not coming.
What?
So, she's not coming. So we'll have
We're
her-
recording on Zoom. And
Yep.
Lorraine can transcribe from the Zoom recording.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm sorry, Mr. Henry.
Yes, that's
So
right.
if you could please state your name and address for the record.
Kevin Henry, 36 Hancock Road, West Islip, 11795.
Yeah, they can send somebody else. That's what it does.
And he's got,
Your son lives with you?
Yes, yes,
Okay, and the hardship is medical.
yes,
Everything's in order.
yes.
so I'll take a motion. West Islip.
I'll make a motion that we grant the application for a period of 3 years.
Second.
Sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approved. Your application's been approved. Granted. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Application number 173-23, Peter Hibbert Jr. Permission to leave shed 8.3 by 16.2, having rear yard of 0.6 feet instead of required 4 feet. Residence A District, west side of Gladstone Avenue. Is anybody here on the application of Peter Hibbert? Second call. Application number 533-22, adjourned from July 26, 2022. Howard Rowland and Aaron Hennessy. Permission to leave greenhouse having side yard 1.6 feet instead of required 2 feet and not having 20 feet behind the front line of the dwelling. To leave 2 patios having side yard of 1 foot and 2 feet instead of required 4 feet
I
each.
don't know.
To leave shed having side yard of 1.3 feet and rear yard of 0.9 feet instead of required 2 feet each. To leave chicken coop having rear yard of 3.3 feet instead of required 10 feet. And to leave driveway having side yard of 3 feet instead of required 4 feet. Residence A District, west side of Connecticut Road, 516 feet south of Middle Road, Bayport. Hello, I understand you have a few amendments to tell us about.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
can I
but
say
just,
my name?
Could you just state your name and address?
Mike Hennessy, 70 Connecticut Road, Bayport, New York, 705.
and I'm sorry, just before you begin, Mary, does anybody else not have the survey on this? I don't have a survey. Does anybody else have one? Okay,
Might have been some confusion because it was an adjourned file.
okay, thanks a lot. I'm sharing it with Archie.
Okay, that's what I couldn't tell. No.
I'm sorry, your name again?
Mike Hennessy,
Mike? Okay, You're
And Mike,
not,
how are you related to the applicants?
she's my wife. We bought the house when we were not married yet.
Okay.
you want to change the call of the meeting?
What?
You want to change the application?
Didn't the chicken coop come down?
Oh, I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, I took the chicken coop down and the greenhouse. I have pictures.
You removed the chicken coop and what else?
The greenhouse?
So you get, right, the 2 patios, having side yard of 1 foot instead of 2, I'm sorry, 1 foot and 2 instead of required 4, and leave the shed side yard of 1.3 instead of, and 0.9, I'm sorry, instead of required 2. The driveway, side yard of 3 instead of required 4.
Okay, application amended.
Yeah, application amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The application's been amended. Any questions from the board on this? No. Does anyone else would like to be heard on this application? I'll take a motion.
I heard someone say something.
I'm sorry.
It was in the back, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You want to make the motion on this one?
I'll make a motion to grant the application as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Application's been granted. Thank you very much, Mr. Henderson.
Do I need to do anything else, or?
You're going to get a decision in the mail in about a week. You take that to the building department and finalize your certificate of compliance.
Okay, thank you. You don't need these pictures, right?
I don't think so. We're
Okay.
good. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Application number 174-23, Patricia and Michael Vega. Permission to leave above-ground pool having side yard of 14 feet instead of required 18 feet. Residence Double A District, east side of Grand Boulevard, 183 feet north of Beverly Street, Islip.
Mike Vegas, 65 Grand Boulevard, Islip, New York, 11751.
Okay, so it's just the,
Definitely not. Hold the mic. Just hold them to it.
only issue is the pool. Right. Okay. Mr. Vega, we're just going to talk about your pool tonight, having a side yard of 14 instead of the required 18 feet. Okay. Any questions from the board on the application?
Not for me.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
Make a motion to grant the application.
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, application's been granted. Thank you very much.
Application number 175-23, William and Amy Hope. Permission to leave in-ground pool not having 4 feet behind the front line of the dwelling. Pool patio having front yard of 30 feet instead of required 40 feet, and rear yard of 3.3 feet instead of required 6 feet. Retaining wall having rear yard of 3.3 feet and patio on rear property line not having required setback of 4 feet each. Residence A District, south side of Locust Street, 867.44 feet west of McConnell Avenue, Bayport.
William Hope, 52 Locust Street, Bayport.
Good evening, Mr. Hope.
How you doing?
If I may inquire. Sir, how did the pool get to where it is?
We dealt with the DEC and the town, of course, we had permits approved for both. And then we paid Swing King, all our money to install everything we had. So
But how did you get a permit to build in the area of your property where you would require a variance?
the DEC approved it and the town
No.
approved it. I mean, they handled everything for us. I don't know how to answer
So
that.
for a long time, you'll recall, a swimming pool was permitted as long as it was behind the front line of the house. And it was absolutely prohibited if it was in the front yard. So in an attempt to try to allow pools to use second front yards in some capacity, a front yard setback was established for a pool. So when you applied for the pool several years ago, right?
2016, I believe.
Right. So it was before the code amendment that then
Oh, I see.
required a setback for pools. Prior to that, it just had to be anywhere behind the front line of the house.
And this
Which
is,
it is, right?
right.
It is?
It is, so that's why the pool permit got
Right.
issued. Yeah,
Right.
that was to answer Bill's question, how did you get a permit for it to be where it's not supposed to be? Because at the time, it was allowed there.
Does it look